Well, okay, you won't mention names, but I will. Teofimo Lopez fought over the weekend. I gotta bring him up because people hold both of you so highly, and even though you guys haven't fought and probably won't fight for a while, there's already this rivalry building. They asked him about you. He acted like he didn't know who you were. What did you think of his fight and all that? How'd you think he looked over the weekend?
He got the job done. That's the most important thing. He went in there. He got the job done. He won. He didn't take very much punishment. So that's the good thing overall. But the guy he fought,
Edis Tahiti.
I never heard of him. I never saw him before.
Good record.
Good record. Never heard of him. Never saw him before. So I mean, it's nothing I can really say about that. But I just want him to keep winning. I'm gonna keep winning, and we can make the fight happen. I'm ready whenever. He said that he wants to fight for the WBC belt. And it's funny that he keeps calling out the guys that's ahead of him, but he's calling out everybody but me. But I'm right ahead of him. So you got to just read between the lines.
I think some people, when they hear that, they're like, damn, Dev, because you know the business. You know that Lopez versus Haney, just like you were saying, waiting to not sign the deal made you more money later. That makes more money later. But are you saying you really would take the fight now? You really would fight Teofimo Lopez now?
I'm going to do whatever it takes to get the belt. So whoever I have to fight, it doesn't matter.
When that fight happens, is he good enough to where of course you believe you'll beat him, but would it be competitive, you think? Is he that kind of talent like yourself where it'd be competitive?
I'm gonna be honest with you. We sparred more than once. I sparred him 2 times. I sparred him here, and I sparred him at the Mayweather gym. And when I sparred him, of course I didn't know that he was getting this type of he would get this type of buzz, or he would be really anything, to be honest. Like he really, nobody was really paying attention to him like that. He was signed the top rank and went to the Olympics, but no one knew who he was. And when I sparred him, it was just like another guy. It wasn't like he didn't show me anything like special. Honestly, and I can say guys who actually showed me like something. I was surprised, or he didn't surprise me or anything. It was basically like another guy. So it really wasn't competitive. He didn't hit me. He couldn't hit me. So
did you frustrate him with movement and defense, or?
He says that I was running or something like that. But
that's why I asked. Do you think you frustrated him with movement?
He said that he stopped me or something. I don't know. He said I was taking a beating, but I was running at the same time. So am I running, or was I taking a beating? I don't really know. His story clearly doesn't add up. But of course, I was frustrating him. He was getting angry because he couldn't hit me. But running, I wouldn't say running. But like I said, he wasn't this knockout puncher. He wasn't like nobody. So it was nothing for me to be cautious about, because I really didn't know nothing about him. I've heard that he was a good boxer, but before that, I didn't really know anything that much about him. So it wasn't nothing for me to be cautious about. He didn't show me anything in sparring that makes me feel like it's going to be competitive, but it is different under those lights.
And kind of just to close on these young killers like yourself, at lightweight, like we said, it's packed. Because Teofimo ain't just there on the come up. Ryan Garcia's there, and Carlos Balderas is there too. What do you think about, in the future? You think all these fights are going to happen? And you know what? Is this like the 96, 2003 NBA draft class, but in boxing?
This is a great class for boxing. It's a lot of good fighters on the come up. It's gonna be crazy to see like who fights who and how these fights play out. But I know it's gonna be interesting, especially the 135 to 140 pound weight class. Some of these guys are gonna be moving up, so it's gonna be interesting.
Are you going to be the type of fighter that fights them all, fights that lines up the? You can't fight killers every single fight.
I'm gonna fight the ones that I can, of course. I never shied away from fighting anybody. I've always tried to fight those guys. And for the people that say that I haven't fought anybody, it's not my fault. I didn't try to fight all these guys. That I could. That made sense as far as every fight pretty much made sense for me because I was independent, so there was no reason why I couldn't make a fight. But some of these guys were on ESPN and other networks, and I was on Showtime. So
wouldn't the fights also make sense to you in the future because you truly believe you'll win?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I know all fighters believe in themselves, but it seems like fighters that have that ultimate belief in themselves, they really will fight anybody. They're not worried about, you know.
Like Teofimo, like he was in the amateurs, you know, he was all right. You know, I remember all these guys. I remember these guys like from the amateur, like Carlos Balder. He was a good amateur. Like Shakur Stevenson, he was a good amateur. You know what I'm saying? Like these are like guys who were really good amateurs. So I really know these guys. Like these are guys that I fought against. I fought against Ryan Garcia 6 times. Like I've been around these guys. So you know, me and Ryan Garcia, we sparred multiple times before. So it's not like, you know, I'm familiar with these guys.